As we dim the lights for whatever purpose, our judge on the Simmental side of the show ring, our class is complete. Once again, our judge with his remarks.
I'm sure there's somebody in the back there that's getting yelled at right about now, just so we can get some lights coming up here. But I do believe I did get through all these cattle in good lighting, so we get to see what was going on. But I did start this class off with just a tremendous heifer. I love this heifer and how she's made. She's super balanced. She's got that rib cage. She's got that stoutness. She's correct. She's fluid. She moves. She's a heifer that comes to the top of that class for me today. Really nice heifer. Moving to my second place heifer. This heifer follows very closely in her style and her make and the way she travels out. I really appreciate that about that heifer. Really like the top in this heifer. Does she get a little bit straighter compared to the heifer above her? Just a touch, but a heifer that is going to be a really sound heifer later on in her life. Moving to my third place heifer, a heifer you really got to admire the profile in this heifer and how this heifer presents herself on the side profile. She's got lots of thickness. I do believe this heifer is very balanced. She's maybe just not striding just as efficiently as those two heifers above her. Maybe gets a little bit more courser up through that front, but a very strong heifer to be in that third hole. Moving to the fourth place heifer, this is again one of these big power heifers that has all sorts of length of spine, lots of depth of rib. A heifer, you really got to appreciate that about her. Does she get a little bit narrow in her base structure? Maybe just a little bit, but a very strong heifer. Moving to the next two heifers, these two heifers do pair up quite nicely, and they're very correct in their make. Do they get outgone just a little bit to compete with the heifers above her today? Yes, just a little bit, but nice set of heifers. And rounding off this class, we got a big, long-spined heifer. She gets a little bit higher in her height for me today, but a very strong set of Simmental heifer calves.
Thanks, Andre. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together in the Simmental ring with a nice show of appreciation. Another great class of Simmental Futurity heifers. That class was led off by that entry that is not in your catalog, 3250, Peacock's Laurel PKS 2G, exhibited by Peacock Prairie Simmental, Wainwright, Alberta, and Tidy Livestock. Second place, 3224, CMS Soda Pump 901G, exhibited by Checkmate Livestock, Carstairs, Alberta. Mark in your catalog, that heifer will be in this evening's sale. Third place to 3217, Mater Mary 1G, exhibited by Mater Ranches, Carstairs, Alberta, and KCH Cattle Company. That heifer will be in tonight's sale as well. Fourth place, 3262, Tonette Georgia Peach, exhibited by Tonette Farm, Havelock, Ontario. Fifth place at 3201, GFD Caught You Looking 1G, exhibited by Grona Farms Limited of Porcupines, Plains, Saskatchewan. As well, that heifer will be in tonight's sale. Sixth place, 3244, RHS Take the Risk 955G, exhibited by Risk and Hope Farm of Craik, Saskatchewan. And seventh place to 3229, SF, Miss Red Lady 30G, exhibited by Silver Creek Simmental's Milestone, Saskatchewan. That heifer will be in tonight's sale as well. Our class in the ring here on the Simmental side now is the Senior Division Champion in Reserve, and this class is sponsored by Crossroad Farms as well as Pheasant Dale Cattle Company. And representatives from those two establishments are certainly welcome to come up to the announcers area and present their awards if they wish to do so.
you don't think that much about life. You just live like kerosene dancing around the fire, but you're in. So you jump right in, ain't afraid to fall, and you give it all. She got the best of me. She broke my heart, now all that's left of me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town, she follows me around. So you get what's left of me. Yeah, you get what's
And our senior futurity champion, entry number 3267, SVS Lynn 904G, exhibited by Sunny Valley Simmentals, Hanley, Saskatchewan.
Erickson Lady.
And our reserve senior futurity champion, 3273, Erickson Lady 78G, exhibited by Erickson Simmentals, Clavette, Saskatchewan. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Simmental ring, let's have a nice round of applause for our senior and reserve senior futurity heifers. Once again, that class sponsored by Crossroad Farms and Pheasant Dale Cattle Company. Thank you very much to those sponsors. Larry, back to you.
I picked myself up off the floor and found something new worth a living for. And an old dusty hand-me-down six-string and a couple chords. I'm getting old.
Okay, here's Shannon with his comments on this fifth split of calendar year heifer calves on the Speckle Park side.
I guess it wouldn't be the first time somebody's ever told me I was out in the dark. This class here, you know, we've got lots of different styles. We got different types. We got different kinds, different colors. This heifer that I'm starting off with, she's just one that puts it all together for me. I really like, you know, the throat and the brisket in this heifer, the way she ties it back into her heart. She's smooth-shouldered, she's deep-sided, she's big-hipped, big-topped. But yet, all of that, she's still smooth. She still puts it all together. She's just one, she's very fluent in her movement. Just one that, after I analyze these and the cattle and the lights come back on, I brought the black heifer back out and I just analyzed them on the side view, and she just comes to the top for me, a very nice individual. The black heifer, again, throws a wrench into me. I mean, I wasn't expecting any solid colored cattle to come out here today, but she's just an animal. I really like the extension in the neck. I like the shoulder. I like the rib shape. I like the hip. As I analyze her from the side, back into that flank and in the bottom of that belly, I just like to drop her a little bit. She's a very eye-appealing individual. She's got ample bone. Heifer I really, really liked. And when I start comparing her to the one in front of her, I just would like to soften her up from the navel back if I could. Very nice heifer. I've been preaching muscle all day. We come to this heifer in third place. But as a female, does she have too much? When I really look at her, she's big top, she's big hipped, she's nice shouldered. For me, going forward as a breeding female, in my own opinion, I just think there's too much. And you'll never, anybody that knows me, I preach muscle, I preach big top cattle and big butted cattle. But when it comes to these females, I think I'd just like to soften that heifer up. She's got so much to offer. She just, in this class here today, I'd just really like to soften that heifer up. Very nice individual you have. We come to a heifer in fourth place. A lot of classes, sir, you're at the top of the class. Very nice individual. She profiles so nice. When I analyze her from the back, just coming out of that tail head, maybe I'd like to just square her up in that hip a little bit. Very nice fronted, big ribbed heifer in a very tough class today. Come to the heifer in fifth hole. One maybe just a little finer in her makeup for me. She's deep-sided and long-bodied. I'd just maybe like to add a little bit of oomph to her. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, starting off this fifth split on calendar year heifer calves in the Speckle Park side is entered 3450. Greenwood Gloria, DJP 154G, an entry of Greenwood Speckle Parks at Lloydminster, and that female is in the sale tonight. And then second in class is entry 3481. KFC Good as Gold 75G, an entry of the KFC Farms at Abbotsford, BC. Third in class is entry 3445. Ravenworth Prairie Lily 104G, an entry of Ravenworth Cattle at Middle Lake. Fourth in class is entry 3488. Hales Creek Crystal Gal 4G, an entry of Hales Creek Farms at Kenton, Manitoba, and Cameron Dodds. And fifth in class is entry 3469, Second Chance Georgina 8G, an entry of the Second Chance Speckle Parks at Fairlight, Saskatchewan. Coming into the ring is our sixth split of calendar year heifer calves. These females run in age from January 21st to January 28th. There should be 6 in the class.
Every song she I'll sing along. She got the best of me. She broke my heart, now all that's left of me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town. She follows me around, so you get what's left of me. Yeah, you get what's left of me. 'Cause she got the best of me. She got the best of me. She broke my heart, now all that's left of me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town. She follows me around, so you get what's left of me. Yeah, you get what's left of me. 'Cause she got the best of me. 'Cause she got the best of me. She got the best of me. Yeah, I know that the woes and the weight of the world can get inside our minds and be too much sometimes. I know. But baby, don't let the no's and the ups and the downs from the roller coaster ride beat you up inside.